Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Whisky. This week we've got something I've not opened yet. I've just taken the cork off. It's a bit of a nightmare trying to get it off. It's wax topped. So I'm going to get this in the glass first and then we'll talk about what we've got. I've not done a uncorking yet this year, have I? So let's see how we get on. Yep, I just love that noise. Brand new bottle open, the glug of it, and then the glass. So this was a gift I got for Christmas and it's the Olorosum Big Sherry Bomb. It's from Master of Malt, is what I could find out. I couldn't find out too much more. It's 10 years old. It's a single malt. Natural colour, non-chill filtered cask strength. I think it is at 54.7% ABV. Olorosum, they've given the name with what I could find out because Oloroso casks. It's 10 years old. We don't know the distillery it's from, although it does say it's a Speyside single malt, so we can at least narrow it down to an extent. There is a lot of distilleries in Speyside, right? So I'm hoping maybe on the palate, on the nose, there could be some giveaways to what distillery it might be. But I just want to try and see what this one's like. Frank, Petehead, if you're watching this one, you probably won't like it. It's a big, massive sherry bomb, right? I think it's finished in Oloroso casks. Maybe have previous in sherry casks, but I'm really not too sure. I was trying to find out. It's Master of Malt is where you get this from, so I think it's kind of their own branding from it. I think they do Worm Tub as well, the kind of Dumpier bottle, which I've seen. I've not tried that yet. So this one, I was excited, didn't know what it was. Bottle shape's a little bit different, seems a wee bit taller. I like the branding on it straight away, the kind of gold and black. It's a good mix of it. And then on the back of it, there is literally very little to give away other than 10 years given an extremely glorious finish in Oloroso sherry casks. Oloroso is rich and incredibly luxurious. Enjoy. That's all we've got. That's all we know from this whiskey. Colour of it is good. It's quite deep. It's without knowing it's a sherry cask, you would probably know this is a sherry cask without even having to smell it first of all. So I'll kind of just get right into this one. I wish I did find out a little bit more, but I think the fun in this is going to try and be able to break it down and figure out can we get what it is distillery wise. But that won't really matter. I think the best thing here is, to an extent, is do we like it? That's always the first question you have to ask yourself. You can get some brownie points if we get the distillery right, but I'm going to see if I like it. So we'll nose it, we'll taste it. I've got my water dropper here as well. Probably add some water in to see if anything changes. So straight away, as we say, colour. The colour is great on that kind of deeper ruby. Close with a tinge of red in there, kind of that rusted copper. Legs on it as well, taking our time to come down. I'd expect that from Oloroso casks and also the ABV. We'll get it on the nose here. Yeah, it's just sherry, right? Sweet sherry, kind of syrupy as well, like golden syrup. You've got your jam there, more like I'd say raspberry and blackcurrant together. It's not acidity to it. It's the sweeter side, a little bit of brown sugar. It's like a very kind of rich jam. There's that always kind of getting a bit toffee there as well. So it's very rich on the nose. Chocolatey as well, that kind of soft milk chocolate shavings more than anything. But the ABV's not there. It doesn't hit me with that 54. Is it 54.7? It doesn't give that away on it. I wouldn't I wouldn't expect it. And I wonder if that's just because of how active this cask may have been. It's kind of the smells of the cask are taken away from the alcohol. But it's got a good nose. It's nice. Well, let's get it on the palate. Let's see how we get on. So, slange everyone. Sherried, very thick, chewy, sweet, nutty. It's quite salivating as well. So I thought there's no dryness to this. I thought I'd get a little bit of dryness, but definitely more salivating. It's just big sherry bomb. It's just sherry bomb notes. Nutty, wee bit earthy. It's very thick, dense, which is good. It gives it a great mouthfeel. Again, that ABV. This is my first dram of the day as well. I've not had anything before this, so I would expected it to be a burn with it, but that's just not there. Salivating, and usually sometimes it's a lot drier, right? So you see, I've added some water to that just to see if we get anything opening up. There's more kind of Parma Violet, there's like Highland Heather kicking through in this. Everything else is still staying there, the golden syrup, toffee, kind of berry jam. It's definitely staying, but great mouthfeel to it. Water gives it a kind of slightly different edge. Kind of, I feel like the nuttier note comes out in it. More, still kind of salivating. The grip and depth is still there. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else on this bottle to give anything away. I like it. I think that's good. That if you're a big Sherry Bomb fan, whoa, this is for sure one. Maybe if you're not too sure about cask strength whiskey and you want to take that next step up, go for this. As I say, I don't really get that high ABV, that 54%, 55%. It's not there. It's hidden well in the cask. I say it's so salivating. It's a dram you don't need to go back and keep visiting over and over. A little bit of water in there. I think I need more time to decide if I like it with or without water. There's that kind of oiliness on the nose, like waxy, oily. If you have oil paints, not saying go and sniff paint, but you know that oil painting waxy on the nose now as well. So with those notes, I would look at Craig Ellicky, right? Again, looking at certain distilleries in Speyside, who's going to be happy to sell casks independently. I know we're seeing some secret Macallan kicking about just now as well, but this has characteristics of a Craig Ellicky for me. Very thick and viscous, longevity. Mortlack's the same. Is it the condensers? They've got the worm tub condensers. It could be to do with that. But pushing that aside, I like it. I think it's enjoyable. I think I need to have another few of these over time to see exactly how I like it and try and break it down a little bit more. But this is a good dram. As I say, I like the branding of it. I think it's the gold and black. Olorosum, they've called it that for the Oloroso cast that they're using, keeping it kind of simple and having a bit of play on the name. It's a good dram, for sure. So I'm going to go and finish this. I think I'll actually pour another one just to try and see. I've got a Craig Ellicky next door that I'm going to pour side by side and see if I can decipher if it's maybe that. But good whiskey nonetheless. So again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking, sharing, and following on other socials as well, on Instagram and so forth. It's always great to have you on board for this. So if you've tried this, let me know. And what do you think this might be as well? Which distillery would you have a wee shot at if you think it is? I'm going Craig Ellicky. Does anyone else have any other thoughts on it? But as always, join me next week. Let's talk whiskey. Slange.